And we'll drill for the billions of barrels of oil that we have right now warehoused underground, including our resources offshore. We will drill here and drill now, and now's when you chant, drill, baby, drill. Yes.
All right, let's get one thing straight. Contrary to popular belief, the drill, baby, drill credo never even began with Sarah Palin. It began with this asshole, former Republican Lieutenant Governor of Maryland, Michael Steele. The chant began in 2008 as a response to America's dependence on foreign oil. To the Republicans, putting America first meant opening up the continental shelf and the Arctic to the exploration and exploitation of hydrocarbons, fracking in all the areas we possibly can, with as little government intervention as we'd need.
Drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby.
In 2008, the stage was set for a new wave on energy policy and energy independence in America. From the first Earth Day in 1970, environmentalists were struggling to find its voice in politics. The event itself represented a shift in awareness simply because it was more ad hoc than it was strategic. The goal was to demonstrate concern for the Earth. From that point on, environmental agency became an integral part of politics, a lot with the help of this man, Maine's very own Democratic senator and 1972 presidential candidate Edmund Muskie. He was a champion for environmental policy from his crafting of the Air Quality Act to his co-sponsorship of the Clean Air and Clean Water Acts of 71 and 72. Although Muskie dropped out of the presidential race, his challenge to Nixon forced environmental issues into the political conversation for years to come. In 2007, the U.S. imported more than 66% of its oil consumption, and that number only seemed to be increasing. This left Washington with two choices: reduce consumption or increase domestic production. The difficulty of solving such economic and ecological issues led to energy independence and energy policy being a key issue in the 2008 presidential election. Barack Obama's plan featured government intervention within the development of renewable energy and the prudent development of nuclear energy. More importantly, Obama pledged to integrate an increase in environmental protection. John McCain's plan was a little bit more simple.
Sign says over there, my friends, drill, baby, drill. We've got to...
He wanted to drill like a field full of Randy rabbits, fracking until we saw some goddamn results. Woo, make America great again. But wait a minute, what the hell is fracking anyway?
Hold on, I got you, Walt. Let me put some fracking knowledge in your brain. Fracking is a cooler term for hydraulic fracturing, which sounds way less like what I do to these noobs in Fortnite. It's what we do to rocks to get all the good stuff, like oil and natural gas out the ground and into the Equinox you drive. But these rocks ain't like a big old lake where you can stick a straw in and suck all the oil out. Pause. The oil is found in the pores of the rock.
So how do you get it out?
Chill, I was getting to that.
My bad.
You start with a big well drilling a hole super deep into the level of whatever gas you're trying to mine. Then when you get to the right spot, you start to drill it horizontally. Now here's the wild part. You open up holes in the horizontal part of the pipe, then send down this liquid cocktail.
Cocktail?
Well, yeah, but think of it more like Orloff. It's got water, sand, and a crap ton of chemicals in it. They call it fracking fluid. And once that bleeds into the rock, it forms tons of little fractures so that all the fossil fuels contained down there can escape back up into the surface.
Wow, so it's using untapped resources to find more oil. That could definitely strengthen our economy. That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Well, yeah, you know what else isn't a bad idea? Free college. I got loans to pay. But you don't see the government all gung-ho to get that shit done, do you? That's what I thought. Fracking is not without its problems. It can pollute our water, pollute our air, and even cause earthquakes if one of those drills hits a fault line. And one of the biggest reasons drill baby drill started to quiet down over the years was the BP oil spill in 2010. 11 people died, not to mention the 8,000 birds and marine animals that were found dead. After that, Republicans strayed far away from that slogan. They threw that right out with Sarah Palin.
Well, yeah, until now. Trump's election rebirthed the drill baby drill movement after his executive order erased the drilling bans imposed by Obama over his term. Trump's executive order gave energy companies access to billions of acres in the Arctic and along the eastern seaboard, so we're pretty much screwed either way, right? Wrong. There are still tons of things we can do about fracking. At the federal level, energy companies thrive by the various loopholes within the Conservation Act's passed, like how gas isn't considered hazardous waste. However, at every level, federal, state, and local, the best thing to do is show resistance concerning these laws. Call your senators. Get petitions signed in your local community to get statewide bans like they've done in New York. Acknowledge the problem small scale at town hall meetings to get your district reps involved. And most importantly, protest. While progress may begin slowly, the process has to start somewhere, and the government must listen to us if the public outcry is much bigger than they can handle. As much science that lies behind fracking and the natural oil within the rock's pores, the journey to stopping it begins right here with legislation. Say no to fracking, and remember, only you can prevent faucet fires.